Group B of the 2020 World Championship play-in stage has completed. Topping the group is PSG Talent, followed by Unicorns of Love in the second seed position, who will need to play a best of 5 against a team from Group A to determine who makes it to the group stage as well, whereas RainbowSeven and LGD Gaming will be playing against each other in the best of 5 as well to see who can then challenge Group A's second seed to make the group stage of the main event itself. Unfortunately, the LGL's representative V3 has been eliminated from the tournament. In this video, we will be giving each team a score based on how they approach the meta, how they've adapted, and my overall thoughts on the tactical proficiency displayed in the tournament so far. The starting stuff with V3 Gaming, they finished with a score of 1-4, sticking to again KB tempo-based play style. This type of style has a high margin for error, and as a result of that, they lost multiple games. Using champions such as Ashe, Elise, and Zoe, it indexes heavily on single target pick and requires this team to be able to create tempo advantages so that they are able to find manpower advantages to create picks through intelligent rotations. In the games that they played, they were unable to secure the leads needed for their combo style to work against PSG Talent. They botched neutral objective control and did not understand relative spikes of neutral objective contests on both occasions against LGD. And they had a poorly thought out lane swap stratagem when they lost to the Unicorns of Love. Overall, V3 failed to identify trends and adapt accordingly. And for that, I give them a D-. The Unicorns of Love were an innovative team. Pretty much ignoring the meta, they innovated and ran opponents with strong, interesting ideas in draft. However, you could argue that they were a little bit lacking in tactical execution. Finishing with a score of 3-2, they used champions such as Hacker and Twitch to achieve such a result. Against LGD, using Twitch's power spike on Blood Ranking, they used him effectively to create picks in the mid-game, earning them that win through Inspector Gadget. Initially, they were able to score a win of PSG by using a Hackerin and a ganking of pick style. However, their weakness in map control for picks and objectives came back to bite them as they blew a 6,000 gold lead in the tiebreaker match during the rematch. Against RainbowSeven, it showed another weakness where Gadget and Santis's unique botlane picks allows for the opponents to draft utility answers for the compositions overall. The overall grade for this team I give is a B+. While they have an innovative style that is effective in the best of 1, they risk getting figured out, and through their losses so far, it has showed that they have faced against opponents who have adapted to their playstyle and thus have dropped games. If you enjoy this type of analytical content, there will be more all throughout the World Championship. Do give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. For RainbowSeven, this was a team that was rather impressive. They bounced back from 0-2, tactically wise. They played to their strengths and adapted to exploit the weaknesses of their opponents. For the tournament started out terribly for them, where they played an Ashe Zoe composition and never were able to secure the lead required to execute such a composition against PSG. They then dropped the second game as they attempted Twitch and Rakan, having a non-coherent draft, trying to play for a full court press style, whereas Twitch is a champion that tends to seek lane pressure. Against LGD, however, they went for the Orianna On combination, which allowed them to pivot into a late game scaling teamfight to exploit LGD's critical failures of being able to control the neutral objectives. And against the Unicorns of Love, there was a Face Rush Alista, which was a very interesting innovation coming through for RainbowSeven, seeing that Santis and Gadget were not necessarily the strongest lane, and this allowed them the breathing room to pull through with such an interesting pick. For RainbowSeven, I give them an A- as they were able to cycle through ideas quickly and develop intelligent strategies once more information on their opponents was available. It is interesting to note that both their losses were against teams that had yet to show games on stage itself. LGD was perhaps the biggest disappointment of the tournament thus far. China's fourth seed coming in, most people expected them to top this group and sweep it 4-0. However, they faced an identity crisis and struggled to resolve it. Most notably, their fatal flaws and crucial execution elements. Be it who should be the focal carry on this team, that seemed to be a question that was never answered. Against PSG and RainbowSeven, they were exploited through their critical failures around neutral objective control, and despite beating V3 twice, their loss to Unicorns of Love as well showed that they have poor awareness and response as to when their opponent's windows of opportunity are and when their opponent's power spikes are. Most notably, in the first encounter with V3, they attempted to contest on spikes where they were weak. Sloppy adaptation from LGD and critical failures in composition execution makes them give them an overall grade of C in their performance so far. PSG Talent topped the group 4-1 and we advanced directly into the main stage. They went for a scaling teamfight style, which used the largest margin for error in best of ones. And all of this considering the fact that the three substitutes having to play for different mid and jungle, and having a coach from the other PCST Machi be borrowed to fill in for Unified for the first 3 games, I have to say this was a rather impressive result. Against LGD, they had a good read in having a scaling team fight as an answer to this, and I covered this making of an upset in one of my previous videos. Against RainbowSeven, they had solid coordination around carving to support and engage, and against the Unicorns of Love, they showed tactical aptitude in being able to adapt, stick to the guns, and being able to play for the scaling team fight and beat the hacker in composition, losing to it the first time around and coming out ahead in the tiebreaker match. And for that, I give them an overall grade of A- for being able to adapt game to game and win the crucial tiebreaker against the Unicorns of Love to make it to the main stage of the World 2020 Championship. With Group A playing tomorrow, there's much more content coming your way. Do like this video if you've enjoyed this and subscribe to my channel.